Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Willfully Wrought. My name is William, and today I actually took a moment to pause and take a deep breath through my nose and exhale because of the glorious weather we've been having in the Midwest.
Nice. My name is Will, and to the surprise of no one, a cartoon made me cry today.
And we actually have a guest with us today, as all of you can see. Tom, thanks for coming back to Willfully Wrought, man. How it be?
Hello, it's good to be back. I am relaxing today, enjoying a nice reset from work. Yeah,
Nice. It's always
Well,
good to have you on, man. We
Oh.
always love having you.
great to be here. Happy to be here.
Yeah, man. We for those viewers who are joining us from our podcast, primarily audio, back in the day, Tom joined us for a what turned out to be an entire series on Alien, and it was a joy to have Tom on. And we were gonna do another piece on, and actually, Tom and Will individually had both mentioned Alien Earth, and I was like, "Oh, hey, Alien Earth's coming up."
I'm looking forward to this conversation. It's been one of my most hotly anticipated shows, and I'm like vibrating with excitement about it. So to like talk about it and talk about it with you, Tom, because the last time we talked about a piece of alien media.
Mhm.
I really liked it, and you guys kind of shit on it a lot.
Which Romulus, or are you talking about the Prometheus and Covenant?
Yeah, it was Romulus.
Romulus. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, I didn't hate Romulus. It just had a lot of issues that I had with it, but um,
and you were
yeah.
not alone. I had lots of those issues were widely talked about.
Here in chat, we've got Damien who says, "Welcome, Tom." So, welcome.
Oh, hi, Damien. Thank you.
It's good to have you in. Recently we've been doing a lot more reactionary, and Justin comments, Tomo Calrissian. That's a name I haven't heard in many years.
Tom
But
Frank. I wonder if they mean Tomo Calrissian.
yes, indeed. Lately here at Willfully Wrought, we've been doing a lot more reactionary comment where we used to dive really deep into everything, but lately it's been more of a variety of things, and we've got a few other stories before we hop too deeply into Alien, and I just wanted to bring first of those today. Will, you had mentioned you wanted to bring up a show that had made you cry recently.
I sure did. So I, uh, in research, so I'm working on developing another podcast for this channel. Um, and it had me kind of looking at shows from my past that I maybe hadn't finished or anything. And, with the state of the world, I just wanted to return to something that was really nostalgic and just feel good. And so I had never finished Naruto Shippuden, and so I did. I finished Naruto Shippuden, and I have some thoughts. Now, for those of you who haven't finished it, you probably didn't want to start it, so I'm going to be spoiling Naruto Shippuden. Um, Brief history with it. I watched Naruto like almost every other person my age when it came out back in the mid aughts, which was the first show, and then Shippuden is the second continuation of the story. Basically, when the kids are Shippuden goes hard, says Damien. Yes, it does. um, a coworker of mine back in when I moved up here back in late 2022 said that I should really give Shippuden a try. So I did. I dived in, and it hits hard. It does. It's really good. It has so many faults, though. You have to watch with a viewing list because there is a lot of filler And not just as their filler, but some of the episodes are cut in half, where half of them are filler, and the rest of the half move the story forward. They did that, wouldn't catch up with where the series was, like the manga. So that was there. Instead of creating new content, a lot of these episodes are just rehashes of events that have already happened, but they rehash them into oblivion. The show is 500 episodes long.
Oh my gosh.
I did not watch all 500 episodes because there is a lot of filler. But man, it lands it. It lands it. And I just can't. So I finished it today, and I can't say enough good things about it because I'm still reeling from it, William. I'm reeling from it.
Well, okay, yeah, you started this off with a long thing, thinking about this other podcast, which I won't dive into detail on. This other idea you had, you wanted to spin off, and thinking about like why did Naruto like jump out? Like, what specifically about Naruto Shippuden? You said you hadn't finished it. Was there anything else about it that like drew you in?
Yeah, so it was just one of those shows that was on my list of things to finish. But ultimately, I was just like, I just want to feel nostalgia for when I was a kid, for when I was younger. Just take me back to the good old days, but also enjoy a story that I haven't completed yet.
Okay.
Basically. And man, it ties so many things together. Narratively, it is a mess. Because there is, you'll get to a certain point in the arc. It's big fourth ninja war arc, and then it'll stop dead for a flashback to a character that you didn't realize you wanted to see a flashback to, that you kind of already knew their backstory, but we're going to talk about it anyway. And the big bad evolves into a god, or goddess, I should say, by the end. And then they defeat God. And then your two main characters at the end, like immediately after the god is defeated, have to fist fight each other for another 7 episodes. And then basically the show ends, and everyone knows that Naruto wants one thing.
What's that?
Hold on. Justin Dalvis just said Iruka Sensei standing in for Naruto's dad. Yeah. I'm right there with you, Justin. I'm right there with you. I did cry really hard. What didn't make me cry, though, is at the end, after Naruto, who his catchphrase, "I'm going to be Hokage," right? The show ends after Naruto has defeated God with the help of Sasuke and Sakura, his two teammates from the early days, of which Sakura doesn't have much of a narratively doesn't share a lot of the load that Sasuke and Naruto do, these two friends.
Okay.
But Naruto and Sasuke defeating God, and then Naruto and Sasuke fighting, and then they survive each other's fight, and then they basically decide that they're going to be friends. Sasuke's heart grows 10 sizes, and he becomes a lover, not a fighter. And Naruto, it's the end, he's healed up, and it's like, oh my god, it's going to happen. Naruto is going... These comments, man, they're terrible.
Let me get a couple of comments in here. A few minutes ago, we had Damien. The last arc is the longest anime arc in history. That is ridiculous because there's a lot of long animes out there. Justin
it makes Majin Buu from Dragon Ball Z look short, which is saying something to my weeb friends.
She does take Sasuke's spicy take. Spicy take, Justin. I didn't. Took me a minute to remember which character Sasuke was. I didn't grow up on Naruto. I think I'm like, sure. I think Tom's in the same boat. We're like 2 years too old.
Yeah. But this Sasuke or whatever seems interesting and might pull me into the show.
Ooh.
So here's the thing: Naruto wants to be Hokage. That's his
Wait,
entire
what's
thing.
Hokage?
I'm
Well,
gonna
okay,
be
okay.
Hokage.
Listen.
Yeah.
There's at least one person listening who has no idea what Hokage is.
So the Hokage is basically the leader of their village, which their village is the village hidden in the leaves.
Okay.
So think president, right?
Okay.
Mhm.
Naruto defeats God, sways Sasuke, who is going to end the world, and sways him to not. And his reward is not becoming Hokage, but being told he has to go back to school.
Okay.
I mean, hey, man, education's very important.
Yeah.
And
it's-
he's told, yes, you saved the world, but if you really want to be Hokage, you have to finish your studies.
No.
wait.
Now,
After
hasn't
how
he
many
done enough?
episodes? Listen, I saved the world. I don't care. Listen, you got a D in history, and that's just not okay. You could wipe out the entire population of the world, and
But they
you'd
make
be
Now-
the only
Texas,
one
too.
left.
Now, that being
Oh.
said, and I make light of this, they make it into like a good moment. Yes, he does.
Do you? Okay, wait. I'm gonna sidetrack this entire thing. Do you think that Naruto is smarter than a fifth grader?
No, I don't.
Like if
But
he was
can
on the
take
show,
him in a fight.
that's very true.
So, but it is such a rewarding watch, and like during the moment when they're fighting God, like in the lead up to that, there's so much lore to this. It is silly, but it's also like all meaningful, and it all comes to a head because the god they're fighting is basically the god that introduced all of the ninja magic to the world.
Okay.
Right? In
All
true
right.
like Final Fantasy final boss mode, right? But in the lead up to that, Naruto's gets a chance to meet his dead parents. They like join the fight because of ninja magic, and it
Okay.
is so touching. It is so moving seeing what the people of this village who ostracized Naruto for so long do to help him win the battle, because it's really not it. He does win, but he does it with the help of his friends. It is amazing. It is truly awe-inspiring. Would I recommend men in their late 30s and early 40s watch 500 episodes of this? Listen, go to work, earn your wage. It's worth it. I can't wait for them to release the series again without the filler, where it is nothing but the story. Because I'll be there day one. It is good, and it's something I'm actually looking forward to sharing with my son.
Okay, that feels really good, man. Like honestly, I missed it. There's been several attempts to pull me into the show. One of our chatters has definitely given me some solid recommendations that I really enjoyed, but I couldn't convince myself to go back and watch it. And you have sold me a little bit more on it. Now, I'm not gonna like watch it intently and take notes. I'll probably have it on in the background as a distraction while I do something else. But
Sure.
I think I'll watch a little bit of it. Maybe I'll use a watch guide. I've always felt like skipping filler in a show was like skipping a side quest in a video game. I always felt like that.
I have to disagree on that because I value my time.
I value my time. All right. Well, we've learned a little bit about William today. Do you value your time, Tom? Do you?
I value my time, but I know I waste a lot of my time just doing absolutely nothing.
No, if you can tell me like someone text me like the name of the characters that are in this fight that you're talking about, I'll like wiki links like the lead up to the fight, and then I'll watch the fight, and I'll see if that sells me enough to go watch more about it.
So there is a fight that I think you would really enjoy, and it is about halfway through the show, and it's where the village at the end of the fight, the village respects Naruto. So the reason the village does not respect Naruto is because he has an evil spirit inside of him,
Okay.
called the Nine-Tailed Fox, and because of that, he is ostracized as a child, and people view him as a wild thing. He doesn't have his parents. His parents are dead, and watching this kid come from nothing, going and rising up to be the most respected member of the village is incredible. And not just the village, I would say the world. Am I right, chat? Like, this kid, this kid has one character. Well, he has a lot of character flaws, but his his major flaw is that he can't help but make friends everywhere he goes. Like, that's it. I think I've taken so much time on this, but
You're expressing a genuine love, man. I mean, I get that.
I am. Now, I will say, because on a scale from, let's see, a show that I despised, I can't think of a show that I despise, but in terms of shows that I put on a pedestal, especially animated shows, like, first he has to fight them. Yeah, Justin Dell is saying that. I would say, in terms of animated shows that I really put high, Avatar: The Last Airbender, I think, is just incredible. That show never made me cry, and this show did. It didn't.
Oh.
It touched me. It touched me, and I've said before on the stream, that show got me through the death of my father, in a really meaningful way. And I've watched that show completely 3 times. I've shared it with multiple people. I don't know if I can watch all of Naruto again. I've been told that true Naruto fans watch the filler. I can't bring myself to do that.
Listen, man. From what I understand, it's pretty much like 60% filler. But I'm not gonna stomp on like Naruto and his fans. We do. Boomerang, you do come back. Yeah.
It's the best line in the show, man. In Avatar, it's the best. I'll send you some episodes to watch, because the fights are awesome. The music slaps, especially when it gets going. And there are some times when it is just a slideshow. I'm talking like I could animate pieces of.
It's not even animation. Listen. Yeah. No. Okay, we're gonna jump out of Naruto here in like 2 seconds, but let me put on a piece about this animation. With how prevalent like all the AI image generation is, you can literally prompt frame by frames for some of what I've seen that was sold on a streaming service as anime. Like, it's just one thing sliding across the screen is like a PowerPoint presentation with just lines and colors as the background. And this is 10 minutes of the 22-minute episode that I intended to watch.
Yes.
And 4 minutes of this episode are the intro and the outro song, which are great. And you can tell we're put together by a different studio.
Yes. Yeah. And listen, the animation isn't going to, it's not on par with something like Demon Hunter, which in my opinion is like the best animated show that is being produced right now. Like, that animation is hands down like jaw-dropping, to the point where I'm like, yeah, I'm going to drop $20 to see an entire arc in the movie theater, because the animation will only get better. There's an explosion in Demon Hunter that is the best explosion I've ever seen in animation. It's incredible. If you know, you know.
I mean, and animation style really makes a big difference, and that's actually a fantastic transition. Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, when we were reaching when we were reaching out to Tom to talk about Alien Earth, I was like, hey, include another topic. And Tom came back with he wants to talk about a video game series,
Oh
and
yeah.
even though I 100% knew what it was, so much that I never thought about it, I later texted him and I was like, "Hey, can you tell me what series we're talking about?" And and can you what you wanted to talk? What game did you want to talk about today, Tom?
Well, okay, so, uh, well, one in particular I would like to talk about, maybe Borderlands 2. It was my entry point into the game. And just a little background, Beanie, my girlfriend, and I, well, actually, that sounds like three people. Um, my girlfriend, Beanie, and I are playing through the Borderlands games right now. We started with Borderlands 1. We're doing this in chronological order, so we did 1, and then we did the pre-sequel, and then we're doing 2 right now. And I gotta say, Will, I played this with you. Um,
Yeah.
I once asked you, I was like, "Hey, what are you guys playing right now? Is there an open spot for me to play?" And you're like, "Yeah, we're playing Borderlands 2 right now." And I'm like, "Okay." I didn't really, the first one didn't really like thrill me like at all. I never got into it. But 2, I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. Not a big fan of the cell shading or animation style, but I'll give this a try. Holy shit, it's fucking addicting. Um, it's got that looter shooter kind of thing, where you collect your guns of a variety of different um class, and the ability to shoot bullets at higher velocity and more
Yes.
damage and more accuracy, and all the nitty gritties that you need for a good gun, for these games. The rarity, goes from really shitty to the best, and then you have the legendary drops on top of the best, which in 2, I gotta say, the loot drops are very stingy, which makes it that much more special when a legendary does drop for you. So, and that is the addiction point, and that's what makes these games so addictive, and but replayable, in a good way, I'd say. Um, but yeah, no, these games, if you don't know, I'll explain it in kind of the Cliffs Notes version. We're on a new planet, Pandora, and somewhere on this planet there are vaults full of riches and loot and guns and explosives and all that fun stuff,
All the
guarded
good
by
shit.
all
Yeah.
the good shit, guarded by all the bad shit. You got your big boss monsters, um, and all the bad guys there in between. How do you fight them? With all your sweet loot that you get from fighting other shit. Uh, anyway, so you have these vault hunters on Pandora, and they're, as it sounds like, they're seeking the vault, to open it up for whatever reasons their backstory may have given you. Which they don't really give you a backstory for these in game. Anyway, for at least for 3 and 4, a lot of their lore was released online on their websites and YouTube, and you could seek them through TikTok or X or whatever. I can't believe I just called it X. It's Twitter. It's still Twitter. It'll always be Twitter.
If you stare at the address bar when you type in www.x.com, it will briefly switch to twitter.com and then go
Literally.
to x.com. Yeah, just stare at the address bar.
Interesting. That's good to know. But anyway, there's no lore to be had, of, well, I mean, okay, so you can pick up echo logs, throughout the maps and stuff, and it'll give you little tidbits of their their background and their history, but it's just one tiny little story split up into different things. I'm rambling here.
Oh, okay, okay. No, 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 no. Dude, Borderlands. I love Borderlands 1. Um, I loved Borderlands 2 to a point, and I do
Really?
wanna offer a brief spoiler.
Yes, please.
I'm gonna spoil a lore tidbit from Borderlands 2 for anyone who hasn't played the game. In Borderlands 1, one of the characters who was my favorite, Mordecai.
Morty.
He was my favorite. He was the one I enjoyed playing. He had this hawk that you could throw out, and it would dive behind rocks and murder shit. And I played him through the whole first game, enjoyed my experience, enjoyed the game. It was a lot of fun. The opening intro slaps harder than a lot of video game opening intros ever will. And in Borderlands 2, Mordecai returns as a character, and your new character has to fight and kill the bird.
He's forced to.
I
I
know.
mean,
Listen, I know. No, it hurts. It hurts so bad. It makes me.
okay.
It
I
got
think
me
you're
in the heart.
oversimplifying what happens in this situation. Okay, so Bloodwing is absolutely fine. The bird is fine. They go on a reconnaissance mission, and Handsome Jack, the big villain of the piece, captures him and puts an explosive collar around his neck. Handsome Jack is one of the best villains.
Yes, amazing.
Thank you. Yeah. Anyway, captures him, puts an explosive collar around his neck. Our plan, Mordecai's plan, was to, knock him down in health so he could trank him. Everything was going to be fine. But then Handsome Jack comes around and blows up Bloodwing. Not our fault
I
as
know.
players. Or I know it hurts deep, but
It
I
does.
think you can't just like trash the rest of the game just because Bloodwing dies.
Oh
It
no, that
sucks that he dies.
it
Yes.
sucks me in too. Like, man, I was in it. I was genuinely angry.
Yeah.
Worked so hard, and I couldn't save Bloodwing, and I was like, "You motherfucker!" Like, I was so angry. I played the rest of that game, like not mad at the game. Like I was mad at I was in the story, man. I loved it, dude. It was so good.
Yeah. No, it's a fantastic part of the story, and a great example of why Handsome Jack is the worst, and also at the same time the best, because he does this little bit right after he blows up Bloodwing. He's yelling at Blake to get him his tiny violin, to do a sarcastic little and he comes back like a couple of echo logs later or like messages later with the shitty violin, and it plays off funny, but I guess maybe not for you so much, Will. I'm
Um,
sorry. um
Yeah, it kind of feels like the game directors were taking the players' faces and sticking them in the misery.
oh, absolutely.
oh yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, William, I played this with you. Will, have you had any experience with the Borderlands games at all?
I did. I
Okay.
rented the first Borderlands game,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, okay, looter shooter. Says it in the title.
Mm-hmm.
Pumped. Let's do it. I get to the very first mini boss. I'm talking maybe 4 hours into the game.
Mm-hmm.
I kill the mini boss, and uh, the loot disappears into the game world. I'm talking it
mm,
it glitched. It glitched, and I
Why?
saved, and I was like, I'll save, and then I'll bring back, and it'll be there. And I go
Mm-hmm.
back in, and it's gone. It's gone forever. And I
Oh.
said, I think I'm done with Borderlands.
oh man,
So
um,
that's
it,
always been a problem with Borderlands, but they fixed that with 3, where it had like a machine on Sanctuary where you could get lost loot. It was the lost loot machine. And anything that any legendaries or it's sorted by greatest rarity. But if you don't pick up a piece of legendary items, you don't have to worry. You can just go to Sanctuary and pick it up in this machine. If you don't
Oh,
want it, you can just
awesome.
leave it in there or just throw it on the floor or whatever.
That's
Um,
awesome. Good.
it's fantastic.
I'm glad that they fixed it 2 games later.
Better late than never. That just means that 4 is going to be that much more refined with quality of life upgrades.
Now, I there is one that really interested me, and it's a
Mhm.
piece of DLC, and it is where I believe an NPC by the name of Tina
Mhm.
hosts a
Mhm.
Dungeons and Dragons game that you play through with guns.
Mhm.
Have you guys
Yes.
played that? Okay.
Oh, so many times. Um,
Is that
and
Tiny Tina's Dungeon something?
yeah, um, it is solid. Tiny Tina's Adventures into Assault on Dragon's Keep. That's what it's called.
There it is. Thank you. Thank
Nice.
you.
And it's not Dungeons and Dragons. It's Bunkers and Badasses. Um, which seems to have the same core mechanics of rolling 20-sided dice, which they do in the game. Sometimes, they come and appear physically into your world. They roll the dice and it crashes into a building and kills an NPC. But you rolled a 20, so it's not that bad.
Okay.
Uh, but yes, that is one of
Time
my
no sushi.
favorite DLCs. Not just because it's Dungeons and Dragon themed, but some of the best loot comes from the game. Unfortunately, that was the final DLC that they did. I mean, they did some shorts and some holiday events that just weren't expansive, like a regular DLC. But you had a fun loot system where you could, pay Iridium to roll 2 dice on a loot chest instead of one to see how good of loot you got. Um, there was a spot early on in the game where you could farm one of the best shields in the game, the B shield.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. It was a fantastic amp shield, and if you don't know what that is an amp shot is when you get bonus damage um, on your first shot of your magazine,
Yeah.
um, but it depletes your shield, um, and that's the balance of the thing. On this amp shield, you don't lose any shield. It just gives you bonus damage as long as your shields are up. And as long as your shields are up, you are just mowing everything down. It's a very aggressive shield, and it's a very fun shield. Not only does it give you bonus damage, it also gives you this little clicking noise when you hit with an amp shot, and it's just like chirp 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 chirp, and it's very satisfying noise. I know you know what I'm talking about, like
I know
some
exactly what
kind
you're
of like
talking about.
rewarding noise. It's almost like a casino. It just keeps you sucked
Oh
in
yeah.
from all the bells and whistles.
No,
That's
no,
awesome.
no,
um
that pulls me in.
mhm.
I've got a game in my Steam library called Rollscape, where you roll dice to flip tiles to get things, and it is
Oh,
the most satisfying sounds in a video game like that. All you do is roll dice and flip tiles, but the sound design is hypnotic. But sorry, go ahead.
um but yeah, no, the story of Assault on Dragon Keep, it's very touching at the end. Tiny Tina reveals some pain that she's going through the characters in the game. Um, but no, it's a solid DLC. Right now, Beanie and I are playing the second DLC of Borderlands 2, Mr. Torg's Adventure, whatever. I can't remember the name of it, but we're in the badass crater of badassitude. But the next one we're gonna play, because we're gonna skip Sir Hammerlock's big game hunt,
Oh, thank
because
goodness.
God, is it boring. Um,
It
And all of the quest items that you get are all Jacob's weapons, which neither of us really enjoy. So we're gonna go straight into Assault on Dragon's Keep after we're done with
nice.
Mr. Torik's campaign of Carnage. That's what it's called. Hey.
There it is.
Hey,
No, no, the big game hunt's so bad. I haven't played a Borderlands since it. Like that's how
It
bad it was.
killed it for
It
you.
killed the series for me.
It
I want to go
killed it.
back and play
Oh my
more, but every
gosh.
time, like I have like flashbacks in my head, like I'm trying to watch Naruto, and I'm just like thinking back to the time that I'm just sitting on the couch with other people, and we've been all been shooting the same guy in the face for 30 seconds, and he's laughing and walking at us, and I was just like, why am I here?
oh no. Now, I have a question for both of you because I
Yes.
have not seen it because I heard it was not good. But have either of you seen
Oh,
the movie?
I know what you're gonna ask. Yeah. Yes. Yes, I have.
Oh no.
And okay, hold, give me 2 seconds. Oh god.
While you're drinking, it's stimming
Mhm.
in response to the B Shield and Damien says D&D to cope with trauma unheard of.
Oh,
Oh
right.
no, not no.
Okay, the Borderlands movie um was absolute awful dog shit.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I knew going into
Yeah.
seeing the movie that this was going to be bad. Everything was telling me that this was going to be bad, from the casting to the very quiet release of the movie
Yeah.
in August is going to be
Ooh.
bad.
A year ago,
Um,
yeah.
I know that a movie's going to be bad if it comes out for my birthday.
Oh
Because it's August.
no.
My birthday's August 9th, and there's never been a great movie that came out of it. And I'm also including Alien versus Predator, which I went and saw in theaters by myself because nobody wanted to go see this movie. It's like,
Tom, if we
really?
had been friends, if I had known you in 2009, I absolutely would have gone to the theater to see that with you. Because I did go to see the theater with my dad. I forced my dad through that. And we had a good time.
It was a fun movie for what it
It
was.
was.
Yeah.
I liked it, but not exactly your top shelf Alien franchise.
No.
I will say
Um,
that, like, you're a fan of Borderlands and you went to see the movie. Like, I
just
wanted
out
to
of
see it, but
curiosity.
yeah,
Too.
exactly. I wanted to see it, but the need was never great enough that I even like went and did that. Like I still haven't watched it. And I feel like I need to, but I haven't heard anybody say a good thing about it.
No, no.
Nope.
Nor
Doesn't
should
exist.
they. But yeah, no. I remember they talk about going to a set piece that is a really fun part of two. They talk about going to the Caustic Caverns,
Yeah.
which yeah, it was I don't know, about midway through the game. You go into the Caustic Caverns to go fetch a loot item for main quest. But one of the fun Easter eggs in this area actually is there's a Minecraft area. You go and like sneak around this corner, and you can actually run into a wall made of Minecraft dirt blocks. And you can mine through this area, and there are creepers you have to fight, and you are rewarded with Minecraft heads and skins that you can wear for your Borderlands character.
That's
Anyway,
awesome.
so in the movie, okay, no, sorry, backing up to the game, it's Caustic Caverns is this massive, huge area. There's a giant cave system. In the movie, they scaled it down just a little bit to a very narrow, small little set piece of basically a tunnel system with like a corrosive, caustic, green, glowing ooze coming up from the bottom. That was it. That
Oh,
was the Caustic Caverns. And I'm like,
Oh, man.
Everything else in the movie, was like fresh and brand new. So they weren't trying to use set pieces from the original IP, except for the Caustic Caverns, which they name by name.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like the director was like, "Oh, I remember this about Borderlands. We should
Mhm,
where's this? This was important." Like
mhm,
maybe that's how that got in there.
So
yeah.
I'm checking really quick just because I want to see who produced it, because we know that like a year later, like this year, the biggest movie that has come out is Minecraft. And I'm trying to see if the same production studios did the same movie, because if they did, that just would make me super sad, because that means that they just didn't, like, that's corporate synergy right there to include Minecraft in, like, come I don't know.
No, no, Borderlands is fantastic. I actually, while watching the main meat of our conversation, which is coming up here in the not too distant future, I kept getting advertisements for Borderlands 4,
Oh
and
yeah.
it looked really good. Like, I don't watch a lot of ads, but those didn't put me off. Seeing Claptrap throw something at something, and then the animation looked good, and then like they had the three box sets laid out, like the deluxe and the standard and all that. Like it looked good. Like it was a good advertisement. Like what do you know about 4? What are your thoughts on 4? I'm curious.
Okay, so I'm trying to limit myself to a point of uh, uh, of knowledge of going into the game. I kind of want to go into it more blind.
Yeah.
Um, but I have watched the videos of the four main Vault Hunters that are coming out at release. They're going to release two more as DLCs later, which is
Ooh.
exciting. They didn't release any extra Vault Hunters for 3, which surprised a lot of people. But anyway, back to 4. 4 is more of an open world concept.
Okay.
You
Okay.
can go in one direction or the other. It's a little bit more free formed. Everyone has to drive their own vehicles in this one, which Beanie is actually really upset about. She is not a great driver in the game. She'll admit this herself. I'm not trash talking her at all. Um, but yeah, she's a little disappointed that she has to drive herself around. She can't be passenger princess anymore, and just shooty out the window. But so yeah, it's going to be more open world. Um, the perks and bonuses are a lot more vast that you can choose from, um, more so than 2 and 3. The perk system is it's going to be a lot more specialized. You can play the same character a few times and have a completely different experience. I think some people might say that that's true from 2 and 3 as well, which they're not wrong. But I think it's a little bit more complicated in this one. So you can really specialize into like just crit damage, or electric shock damage, or DPS, or maybe you want to be a sniper and a really good sniper, and
Ooh.
just get all of the sniper headshot damage. You can do that, depending on what class you take. One thing we haven't talked about at all in this game is there are sirens. What are called sirens? And those are basically magical beings that are so rare. There's probably only like a handful in the galaxy at one time. But apparently, in lore, that they can pass down this trait from one person to the next when they die, which is something that happens in Borderlands 3. Uh, but anyway, we were just talking about skill trees, and then I just went off on a tangent.
I mean, Siren is
That
a
is
skill
okay.
tree, as
Oh, it
classified
is.
earlier. Like, and then they changed it a little bit, moving into 3 and 4. So, like, yeah, it's not a bad deviation. You're good, man.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you're justified there.
I'm just nervous
Um,
here.
I did find they were produced, the movies, Minecraft movie and uh Borderlands, were produced by two different production houses, hence why Minecraft was not included in the Borderlands movie.
I see.
So they included an entire place where the perk of going there was rendered pointless in the movie because.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, yeah. No, I wasn't. I wasn't expecting to see Minecraft references in the movie, but
Would have been cool,
but
man.
that would have been great.
It would have upset you. Let's be honest. Like we were a little old for the Minecraft bucket. We played a little bit, but there's people that like threw their lives in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But at the
Oh,
same
I'm
time,
sorry.
if there was Minecraft, oh no, sorry. Go ahead.
There are people who are still throwing their lives into it. My son, who wants nothing more than me to download Minecraft so I can play blocks with him in a virtual space when I could actually play just with real blocks with him in person.
Listen, man, I think you should give. I'm on your son's side. I think you should give Minecraft
same.
a shot.
Same.
Yeah, man. I think you would have a really good time with that. To be honest, I think once you went to, oh hey, I can build a house and I have to survive here. But your son's probably just playing creative. To be honestly.
Now listen. My son is incredibly creative. Yeah, he
Listen,
absolutely is.
Damien also agrees that you should just play some Minecraft. We're 4 against 1.
I did do some Minecraft. I really did. I did a little bit right when it first came out because you were showing me these videos. William, this is like, oh my God, over a decade ago now.
Yep.
You were showing me videos of people building the Starship Enterprise.
I remember that.
Yeah.
With real like hallways and like because he had multiple people helping him build the actual like, and then you have people building the entirety of Middle Earth in Minecraft. So I logged on and I played it. All right, this is before there was such a thing as a wither and just whispers of an elder dragon, right? Like it wasn't a story place, it was a place to build Legos and survive zombies. And I did play a little bit of it. And I couldn't figure out how to make a sword, and I turned that shit off.
The last like remarkable achievement that I ever heard about Minecraft running was somebody built a computer in Minecraft to run Minecraft. Now it was at like 8 frames a second, like, but that's a really, really impressive.
Yeah, a lot of redstone. I can only imagine this was done in not story mode, but what's just the builder mode?
Like survival and creative.
Survival, creative. That's it. Yeah. No monsters in there to blow up your machines.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Damien wanted to call. He built the Pyramid of Giza to scale. It took so long it burned him out of the game for a long time. Absolutely understand.
I can imagine.
Yeah. Yeah. Good on you though. Like the dedication. Right? Good on you.
That's, yeah, Damien.
I actually pay for a server on Minecraft. I jump into the game for maybe like a month or two every year or so. But I have my own server, so I can just jump back in. I know it's a cool spot. Beanie and I have made a bunch of like pixel art murals around. Many from like Super Mario Brothers or Legend of Zelda.
Wait, you showed me this once.
Yeah. I'll have to make a video and share it like on TikTok or something. I'll message the Willfully Wrought TikTok or something.
Oh yeah, I would love to. Yeah, that's you, Will. You manage that.
Someone does. Thank God.
There's so many different ways to be creative in Minecraft. It blows my mind that you have not jumped in on this. Like, just remember that you can have it in windowed mode and have like your tutorials and like building patterns right there. Show you how to make a sword.
I will do this because I I am planning on downloading it and playing it with John, with my son.
Okay.
It will happen. I am not a heartless father, I
Okay.
promise.
If you
I will be doing that. His birthday is coming up, and I think that would make him incredibly happy. Of course, he's going to get other gifts too. Don't come at me in the comments being like, "You're going to buy yourself a video game and call that the gift for your son?" Like, no, there's more coming. But yeah,
it's the
I
time you spend with them. That's the
Yeah.
yeah,
gift.
exactly. And so I'm probably going to download it on the Switch, because I just like having the controller and everything. My son plays it on the iPad,
Mm-hmm.
and while that's awesome, screen controls for a first person game,
No,
not
thank you.
what I know. Yeah. Thank you,
No.
Tom. Thank you for understanding my plight with that.
Right there with you. I've tried it on a couple of games, and yeah, no,
No
it's
bueno.
not for me. Not
No
for me.
bueno.
But yeah, no. So if walking away from this conversation, like if you don't play Borderlands, that's fine with me. If you don't play Borderlands 4, if you don't want to get that, that's fine. But you should at least try Minecraft.
Okay. Got it.
Please, just try it. Like I have had so much fun. The last time Beanie and I played Minecraft, she built a little food stand that only sold baked potatoes. She just had like chest upon chest upon chest of baked potatoes that she ravaged from all of my potato farms. She was like, one day she was just like, you know all these potatoes you've been growing? Yeah, they're mine now. And if you want any, you have to come to my store.
Fantastic.
That's glorious.
It was fantastic.
I kind of want a baked potato too, but
Mhm.
man, we did walk right away from Borderlands. I feel bad about that.
Fine.
I think I'm gonna go see if I own Borderlands 3. I might have bought like a bundle of some sort on Steam.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go see if I own Borderlands 3, and if I do, I'll download it and put a couple hours into it. Like I'm not
Okay.
gonna give it an exhaustive play, but I'll give it a shakedown and see if I can maybe get a playthrough going.
Yeah.
So and
Um,
and
I
then
will tell you, Will and William, um, Borderlands. How I would rank them. Okay, the first one was a nice running off starting point for the franchise. The second one definitely had the best story. The third one has the best playability and replayability,
okay,
with quality of life upgrades and a little bit of extra customization. The your basic pieces of your armor set are relatively the same as 1 and 2, and then you have your weapons of different variety of uh, uh, rarity.
yeah,
um, 4, we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully it has the same replayability as 3 does. But if you've played 2 and you liked 2, definitely go for 3. The Vault Hunters, all of them have very different and very fun abilities. Um, Mose is one of my favorites. She basically summons a giant mechanized suit to fight with her or for her. There's another mode where instead of getting into a giant machine, she spawns a little little bear version of her Iron Bear. And then you have your Siren, who is an overpowered badass.
of course.
You've got a mechanized uh, android that summons pets, and then you have Zane, who is just a gun fu kind of badass who can spawn clones if you want to. Oh my god, they're all just so fun. I want to go and play them again now.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I did that to you. I'm sorry.
How dare you? How dare you? But yeah, no, pick up 3 if you don't have it, and then definitely consider playing with me and Beanie with 4. We're so excited about this series that we took a week off of work to
Jealous.
one, play this game, and two, celebrate her birthday, which coincides with the release of the game. So how
Awesome.
fun is that, right?
That's super awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Speaking of birthdays, happy belated birthday, Tom.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
It's still your month, so
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, we haven't been doing birthday wishes. That was a thing that happened in college. You know, you had so many birthday wishes for however old you were turning,
sure.
Oh
and you could
man,
use
now
those throughout the week.
man, I have way more now than I used to.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, no, yeah, I'll look. I think next time 3 goes on sale, I'll pick it up and I will look at 4. But you guys will definitely get through it before I do.
Oh yeah. Well, I
No,
mean, it's not like we're gonna play through it just the once.
exactly, exactly.
Right.
No, it's interesting. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. I've got one more quick topic, and I'm gonna make this brief, but I do want to bring it up because it's gonna shape the future.
Okay.
Pretty
Excited.
cool. It's pretty
Before
cool.
we hop into Alien Earth, there's a type of technology called a lens field display. The easiest way to think about it is it's a different type of an amalgamation between glasses and VR goggles. What they are putting together actually projects a screen in front of your eyes that can put images together in such a way that they have actual depth and not forced perceived depth. Sorry, like they would use in a rack focus on a camera. I know that it sounds really, really complicated, but the way to think about it now is if you're to go see a movie and you put on a set of 3D glasses from back in the day, like the old anaglyph, the red and the blue would block out different layers of the film you were watching and give it the appearance of 3D in a very limited scope. And then years later, they use the same kind of technology with the glasses you get today. It's not just red and blue anymore. The film or the film in the glasses, like the actual like stuff that you're looking through, distorts the image that you're looking at to give it the appearance of 3D. It kind of works the same way like when the 3D TVs were being sold in your house. All of
Hmm.
these are a static image that they're using like tricks of light to give the appearance of 3D. The lens field display actually uses separate layers of the image, and the shift in focus is actually just your eyeball switching what it's looking at. Everything will fuzz and defuzz naturally. So it's not the appearance of 3D. Well, I mean, it is the appearance of 3D, but it's not using just like tricks of light. They're actually layering the images with appropriate scale that your eye can perceive as depth.
What are some applications for this?
Uh,
Like,
well,
it sounds cool, but what do you use it for?
well, I mean, right now it's going to be the demonstration in the video, and I should probably include the link to the video in the description. I'll go back and edit that later, but the one of the examples they give in the video is a guy looked into a set of goggles and used a Nintendo controller to
Yes.
navigate a digital UI that allowed
Hmm.
him to get a accurate prescription for his eyeballs in roughly 2 to 3 minutes. And then it used that prescription to change the images he was perceiving through the display.
Oh
So
wow.
this changes
Okay.
what used to be a visit to a terribly okay. It's not as bad as we all make it out. We all wear glasses, so we've all had to deal with. I need to go to the doctor. I need to go to the eye doctor. I just need to schedule it. All I gotta do is schedule it, and 4 years later, you're like, fuck! I scratched my glasses. I need to go to the eye doctor. Why is it so hard to get in? Uh,
Right.
so it turns that entire thing to you look through a set of goggles and you just hit the buttons and you have your prescription like from home and done. Not only that, the images can be mapped to sensors in a 3D environment.
Okay.
They've got haptic feedback in glasses, or not just glasses, but like in suits and gloves and vests now, and chairs even. It's not too long before that haptic feedback is adjusted to an image that you're looking at through a screen that's transparent. Not to mention, these are AR just
Mhm.
lenses. I can see through them to the world beyond them. You can
So
have a
think
3D sign in your eye and like in your vision that no one else can see.
so you were asking about application. Do you remember
Mhm.
in the first Iron Man when he is designing and he's looking at things in a three-dimensional way and then just throwing them away into like
Oh
a
yeah.
digital trash can?
Hmm.
We are very close to that with this,
Oh,
just
that's
from
fun.
glasses. So honestly, the application is limitless. In terms of manufacturing, in terms of design, in terms of AI.
Yeah.
I know that's a four-letter word on this podcast, but it's
um,
yeah. I mean, it is limitless. Imagine, because I mean, we played with it a little bit with like Google Glass. Remember that product that failed miserably?
I remember that month.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah. Um, it's like this is a better version of that. Imagine having, driving somewhere where you don't know and then having a digital see-through arrow that tells you which way to turn.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm all down for like real life HUD. Yeah,
Hmm.
we all have played video games.
Yeah.
And the idea of a HUD, like in simple terminology, like it's like a term from cockpits. Like this is the information on your heads-up display. This is the thing that you look at that gives you the most important information right now. And like as gamers, the HUD is what you're interacting with. I mean, if you're watching this on a screen, if it's a touch screen, if I'm sure if you like tilt it or like swipe it, your HUD will come up, allowing you to interact with it. I've got a HUD around our screen, so I can, I can highlight our comments, and I can, I've got our names down here, and I can move them or hide them. It's how I interact with it. Imagine
Hmm.
that for real life.
Yeah.
An unobtrusive sign that hangs in the air that you can look at that tells you where to go. uh, when you think about where you need to go somewhere, like, oh, what time was I supposed to be at? I don't know if anybody else snaps and tries to remember something. I'm sure
Oh,
someone
sure.
does that. Like, imagine that's the sign for your calendar to pop up and you look at it real quick.
Or
Like,
imagine now, and this is going to really throw us for a loop, but imagine if all of us were in high school wearing these glasses, being able to send digital notes during class just to our glasses.
Oh man, that'd be so fun.
It would, I mean, school would be over, right?
Oh
Like,
yeah, yeah.
where did you get your education?
My glasses.
yeah,
Exactly.
my glasses tell me everything I need to know.
God,
There's a movie like that, right?
I
No.
feel like, yeah.
No, it's just the technology is really young,
Hmm.
but someone developed it, and with more and more tech moving in that direction, like I know a lot of people like to make fun of the Apple headset because it was a bad product. There will be headsets that just sit on the shelves, and the Vision Pro. I forgot the name for a moment. Think about that. With all the hype it got, the Apple Vision Pro headset, there's some that are going to sit wrapped in plastic for 100 years in a warehouse
Hmm.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, that and the Quest, is that what Meta's is?
but yeah, like the whole
MetaQuest, yeah.
yeah. I mean, there's a bunch. PlayStation's got a headset, but we're
Oculus, yeah.
yeah. There's a lot of headsets out there you can get, and soon a headset will be a set of glasses.
Yeah.
Like that's all you need, and that's where this technology is going.
Oh shit!
And
Imagine scratching one of those.
yeah,
Oh,
Ugh.
oh, yeah. I'm looking forward to it. So I just wanted to bring that up. I thought it was cool. Um,
I think it's awesome, and it's a sign of like, yes, technology, in my opinion, which doesn't count for much. Um, uh, Technology moving in a very positive way,
yeah,
in a
man.
positive way that benefit. Like this is this is the side of technology and science that I'm really excited about, because I fully believe that the applications of it benefit humanity in a meaningful way.
Yeah, dude, I'm super excited for this.
Yeah.
Tom, would you wear a set of lens field display glasses?
Oh, absolutely. Like,
Hell yeah.
especially driving down the road. I went to a new place today. I had a member give me their business card, and it was for a place called the Geekery. Shout out, not a sponsor. Shout out to the Geekery. It's a little hobby shop. It's for Dungeons and Dragons, and they sell a lot of minis for Warhammer and Magic the Gathering. Not as much on the Magic side. I was a little disappointed, but I did pick up a couple of collector's boosters that I was,
Nice.
Nice. Tom, are
had
you a
my eye
Magic
on.
guy?
I'm a
Oh,
little
man.
bit, yeah. I have a few decks. I just picked this up around COVID, and
Sure.
I haven't dropped it since.
That's
Just
Uh,
around
okay.
COVID.
it's bad. I
Nope.
have probably about 20 or 30 decks built, and
Oh
then
man.
I've
Yes.
bought a bunch of pre-con commander decks. So if you're ever
Nice.
in town and want a game, let me know.
Oh, I'm glad Xanda's not on listening to
Oh
this
yeah.
stream, because you just opened up a can of worms.
I'll make sure that next time you're in Kansas City, that you guys can we can sit down and we'll schedule an hour to play some Magic, but four and a
An
half hours
hour?
later.
Yeah,
Wow.
it
That's
was
what I'm
like an hour.
saying. We'll
We
schedule
can
an
get through
hour.
maybe 2 turns in an hour.
Yeah. William and I both bought Final Fantasy cards and cracked them open together.
Oh yeah, that was my birthday this year. Oh,
Yeah, that was a great birthday.
hell yeah, it was.
Awesome.
That was fun cracking up all of those packs. Holy shit. That was a
Yeah,
lot of
dude.
fun.
In my
3
head,
boxes. Just imagine. 3 boxes each.
Jesus, dude. It took so long to open those cards that a couple times I had to remind myself I was still opening cards. Like it was like I was getting so lost in the nostalgia, and I was just like, oh man, and then just like going through cards and cards and like laughing to myself like a madman, like, oh, I know what this card means, and it was a good time. Where'd y'all go? I kept hitting Spankies. Man, I don't know what that means, Damien.
Spanky's is the Spanky's card shop.
Yes. Spanky's is okay. Like I feel intimidated going into that card shop, but they do always have what I need, except for when the Final Fantasy cards came around. I ended up buying my boxes from a place close to Will's.
Tabletop.
Not tabletop. No,
Um,
it was a smaller card shop closer to your area.
I'm trying to
Um,
remember. Oh, no, I know the name of that place, but it eludes me. Like I could pick it out on a map pretty much instantly. I know it's like 2.3 miles from here. Um,
yeah. No, off the top of my head, I don't remember what the name of the card shop was, but it was, yeah.
I'm
Um,
definitely not googling it. Keep going.
yeah, no. Moving on from Magic, we didn't even,
We
yeah,
need, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. We need to step away from this for a such a
yeah,
second. It
or
was
else we'll get
Mind
sucked
Games
into
and
this rabbit
Magic.
hole.
Yeah, yeah. Mind Games and Magic was the name of that shop.
Mind Games and Magic.
I
Cool.
think
For
that's it.
anyone in the Kansas City area.
All right, so we did not do a smooth transition to Alien Earth at all. That's my
No,
fault because I
absolutely
just
not.
did this right now. But that is the meat of why we're here tonight. I wanted to. I mean, I don't know who wants to go first. Who wants to break the ice? Oh, hey, wait. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be spoiling the first 3 episodes of Alien Earth, and we're actually missing the 4th episode right now.
Right
See, that's
now.
my fault, guys. That's my fault, because I thought that it came out on Wednesdays, but that's the day that I watch it. It comes out on Tuesdays. That's my fault.
That's all right. I think we can watch it a little bit later on Hulu, or
That's fine. Yeah,
might be able to watch it on my Spectrum app too. So not too mad at you.
yeah, we'll be able to watch it. Tom, do you want to go first, or William, do you want to go first? Do we want to play rock
Okay,
paper
hey, I
scissors?
like it. I like it so far. How do you guys feel about it? I like it so far.
I like it too.
I'm loving it so far.
Dude,
Oh my
it's
Yeah.
gosh!
good. It's
Like
good.
I didn't have high expectations for the show. I was just like, we'll just kind of see where it goes. But from the first episode moving forward, I'm hooked. I'm loving it. I think it's fantastic. But yeah, we'll get into why later. But just as a general feel for the show, I couldn't be happier with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's all vibes, right? My
Hmm.
sister, I reached out to her because she and I kind of share what we're watching, and then we'll kind of watch back and forth. And I was like, "Are
Hmm.
you watching this?" Because she was really interested, and she had texted me. She's like, "Where in the timeline does this take place?" And when she
Good
texted
question.
me that, I knew we were in trouble a little bit, because I said this takes place 2 years before the first Alien movie, and she said okay. And then I called her back and I was like, "Hey, are you watching it?" She's like, "I had to put it down because I kept trying to figure out in my head how this fits together in the lore." And I said, "No, no, no,
Hmm.
no, stop that, stop it right now. It doesn't matter. Just go along for the ride, because just enjoy it for what it is, and what it is a fantastic story with the aliens in it, and we have new aliens too. We got new critters to enjoy and love."
Yes. Yeah, the eyeball thing is particularly creepy as hell.
I want to see what also happens with like the hanging upside down plant thing, and
Yeah.
then the giant ticks.
Hmm.
Okay. No, I went into it expecting to be a little bit disappointed.
Hmm.
You guys know me. I'm always angry about everything. I only have one gripe with the show, but we'll get into it as we go through like story like spoilers and such. But I'm really enjoying it. I
Hmm.
intend to watch the next episode probably tomorrow as soon as I get off work. It joins my list of weekly watches as they come out. So it's been super good. I've got some favorite characters and I've got characters and I'm like, why the fuck are they here? And some that they did so well, I didn't realize I was a fan of how they did it.
um, yeah. So real quick, are you guys familiar with the name Noah Hawley? He's the creator and the writer and the showrunner of Alien Earth.
Only that he did Fargo as well, which was another great FX series.
Hmm. He
Um,
also did Legion,
Legion, yes, yeah.
which is
I saw the first couple episodes of Legion. I liked it. I don't know why I didn't continue it, but I did like what I saw of that as well.
it. It kind of slows down after the first couple episodes.
Hmm.
But Fargo, in my opinion, is one of the best TV shows running right now.
That's incredible.
Especially the second season, which William you watched. I
Yeah,
made
it's
you
the
watch
only
it.
part I'm familiar with.
um, and I actually see a lot of similarities between this Alien Earth and Fargo. Uh, Almost to the point where I'm like, oh, these almost exist in the same universe. Almost. Just the vibes are very much the same. Um, I love. Okay, so we're gonna get into like the story. I love that the very first text that you see has nothing to do with an alien critter, but everything to do with the future of humanity is who can find immortality.
Mm. Hmm.
And it is a fight between uh five, of which we've seen two of the five major um companies that own the planet Earth right now.
Hmm.
And straight from the jump, we are right on pace for like scratching my like love, right? This is hardcore science fiction. uh like we're getting into who's really evil here, aliens or billionaires, trillionaires, right? Like and it's great. It's great. And the main uh so we're following, and correct me, I forgot the name of the, because it's not Wayland Utani that we're following. We're following another one, Prodigy,
Prodigy, yes.
which is uh, owned by I think he's 19.
Wait. You were jumping like way in, man. Like slow down.
Slow down. We got a lot to go.
I know. Listen, we haven't given anyone any kind of like premise other than it's aliens. Like everyone
We're
wants to
all over the
connect.
place.
Yeah. We're jumping all around.
all right,
Let's talk about episode 1.
All right. Episode 1 begins with current time and a flashback happening all at once, or a flash forward. Actually, it is current time and a flash forward of a ship in space that was sent on a mission by Wayland Yutani to collect alien specimens and return them back to Earth. We are delivered this information in almost a shot-for-shot sequence of the very first moments of the very first Ridley Scott movie. Wouldn't you say, Tom? I mean, it's very close.
It's very reminiscent of it. It has a lot of the same elements, which I loved. The claustrophobic corridors, and the sweeping shots of the stillness of space, and yes, it was very reminiscent of Ridley Scott. It was great fan service for me. I really appreciate the attention to detail and the feel and the tone of everything.
And intercut between this are sequences of gore and horror as basically Jurassic Park plays out on the spaceship.
Yeah. Alluding to things to come.
Yes.
Yeah, it was pretty fantastic.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Sorry. It also introduces you to the idea of not just synthetic humans, but cyborgs. Something new to the Alien franchise, as far as we know. But this cyborg has, some enhancements to his arms. His forearms can pop out like a little blowtorch or a knife, depending on your mood.
It's very cyberpunk. It's very cyberpunk, and it's a welcome addition, I feel, to this universe, because that's an element that we've never seen before. We've seen the robots, of course, but we've never seen a cyborg, which plays because he's just an enhanced human.
Well, I mean, you definitely have those, and like I can't think of any sort of sci-fi that has synthetic humans and humans that doesn't also have cyborgs. I don't think that they were like omitted in any way in particular from like the earlier parts of the franchise. I just think it was just that wasn't part of the story. You know what I mean? And now we get to see this chapter. I'm pretty excited for it.
So ship crash lands, the cyborg survives, and the ship lands in a city owned by this other company called Prodigy. And Prodigy has just made a breakthrough in technology through incredibly unethical means, I would say. Where they have successfully transferred the consciousness, the mind, from a dying child and placed it in a fully synthetic body. And I think I got that correct. Would you say consciousness? Would you say brain? Would you say mind?
Their consciousness and basically a total data download from their brain to the new synthetic human that they become, because it's them as children in an adult body now, which is
super compelling,
super creepy, I think.
And
No, go ahead.
Okay,
go ahead, William.
I'll jump in because this is the only problem I have with the series.
I'm excited.
This is everything I've watched so far. I feel like the only reason it's this tense is because it's the souls of children we're putting in robots. Like that's the verbiage we're using. Like if it was adults, we'd be like, yeah, whatever. But the only reason it's tense is because it's children and it's distracting me. Like that's where like it lives in my head rent free, and that's I'm like, yep, that's a children. Like that's all that's in my head. Like I feel like I feel like it's just too much. I don't feel like it was necessary, and hopefully I'm wrong. You know what I mean? I hope that later, as I get to see more episodes, that it means more to me. But I feel like it was only chosen for that, and that I'm distracted by. That's the only issue I have. It's the only issue I have.
So I do have I think I so something is said in either the first or second episode where they don't have the technology to do that with a fully developed brain yet.
Yeah.
They can only do it with a child's brain, which, and this is a theory, speculation. I don't know if this is true or not. This is a theory. Let's see if they confirm or even if they go there. I'm thinking.
You should, Damien. You should.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm thinking that they don't actually transfer these consciousnesses, but what they do is they have copied them and uploaded the copy into these synthetic bodies. So basically, what that means is they're just murdering children and developing a form of AI. Now,
interesting.
I don't know if that's true or not, but that's my theory, because you also have this theme of Peter Pan going on in the background, right? They don't keep the children's original names. They change them to characters from the Peter Pan story. Wendy, several others. I love it when one of the kids is like, I don't want to be this name. And everyone else is like, shut up.
We're all going with this. Don't ruin it for us.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You took one for the team. Shut up.
I wanted to. I don't know. Actually, no. Let's keep going. So that's what goes on in episode 1. I've got some memorable moments. But Tom, tell us how you're like. You said you feel good about it. And you got some moments. Like, what do you got, man? Like, tell if you want to bring out some things for people. Yeah.
There were some great world building moments in the show. I really enjoyed, the expansion on the lore that we got. I can't remember what episode it is, but there's a conversation on the phone with Miss Utani, the second in the name of Wayland Utani, and she's pissed about some intellectual property that might be in the wrong hands right now. Due to the crash landing. One scene in particular I really liked, and we're jumping ahead I believe it's the first episode, where they are the lost children have decided to go help at the crash landing site, and they're clearing the building.
They're turning into first responders.
Yeah, turn into superheroes, man. Just jumping in and one thing we glazed over is that they are superhuman. They have superhuman strength and speed and agility. They can do whatever the hell they want. So, which is why they were sent in.
But the minds of what, 8-year-olds?
But the minds of children, yeah. But they have this superhero mentality now. So they want to go in and help where it's way too dangerous for other people to be, which is really cool. And they go door to door knocking on doors in this building, trying to get people to evacuate. And what do they come across is this I don't remember what era this was, but they were all in
Victorian
regalia. They're having the most powdered faces and wigs and very frilly and frumpy costumes, and they are just having the most decadent party imaginable, and they refuse to believe that there's anything going wrong outside of the building. They acknowledged that there was a big rumble that they felt, which was just a big inconvenience to them, And they're like, "Hey, you need to evacuate," and he's just like, "No, I don't think so." and slams the door on them. And what happens next to these, these rich people that, are too dumb to, see the, the lion in front of their face? Almost literal lion jumps in and just murders them all in
Oh
this
yeah, it's
form of a
great.
xenomorph. Breaks into that apartment and just massacres everybody
So
It's
fast.
so
yes,
fast.
this is the most aggressive we've ever seen the xenomorph be.
Yes, it
Tip,
is.
Yeah.
typically, the xenomorph is they hunt definitely, and they're
Mm-hmm.
violent. But in the second movie, we've seen them capture and return to the colony. We've
Mm-hmm.
never seen the alien slaughter just for slaughter's sake,
Yeah.
and it's
They'll.
very interesting to see.
Yeah. That
Um,
one just went nuts. Maybe it was
oh,
just because there was a whole room full of them, and why not? But yeah, mostly, we've seen more isolated environments, granted,
mhm,
where they, can pick off people one by one.
mhm.
Um, or in like the alien hive scene in Aliens, yes, they do just kind of wreck face and murder everybody as well. But mostly, if you're on a 1v1 with these guys, they either take you back to be hosts for more aliens, or they just eat you on the spot.
Although I
Yeah.
will have to say, it is nice to know that if we're in a pinch, um, the blade of a paper cutter will take
Yes.
off its head.
I was so blown away that that no one else like grabbed a weapon or anything, and like she could have maybe just requested a
Any help at
machete or
all?
Like a
something,
light, a knife. Although
something.
it, this show solved something for me too. Putting the sheath of a sword on your back is a
Hmm.
really bad way to like get the weapon out,
Oh
but
yeah.
she's magnetized. So it just
Oh my
shink
god.
attaches to her back. So
I
she can
didn't
just
even
grab it.
realize that. I didn't notice that at
It
all. Holy
solved it for
shit.
me. Now,
Yeah.
here's a question for you, and I
Uh-huh.
really want your honest to God answers. I don't think this movie, not Alien, but there's another movie franchise that is showcased pretty heavily in this series that I haven't thought about meaningfully in close to a decade. Do you guys think that the Ice Age movies will ever be watched in the year 2100?
I don't think so. I don't think. Uh, I don't think it by if if everyone's predictions are right, by 2100 the attention span will be measured in picoseconds.
Yeah.
No one's going to be able to watch a movie, much less have a coherent thought. Um, but no, I it did not. So I was like, oh hey, they're watching a Disney movie, and it makes sense. I could see Disney like handing out the licensing for that, especially,
That's a
and
Fox film
that
franchise.
yeah.
But they're all Disney now, so you know.
Exactly, they're all Disney, but I was surprised for the double dipping with
Mhm.
the Ice Age. I was surprised. I was like, oh, another one. Like, am I getting product placement? Like, if I watch the future version of this movie, will that be a different movie that they're watching? Um,
And I didn't even think about this, but I didn't I didn't bash up against them showing the animated sequences of Peter Pan nearly as much as I did with the animated sequences of uh, Ice Age, because I honestly felt I was like, oh, they're saying something with the Peter Pan stuff. Ice Age is about talking animals trying to get an acorn. So yeah, I didn't really bash up against it. I just thought it was very funny that they they brought that into it.
oh, they bond
Um,
over like Sid was the comic relief from the Ice Age
yes.
troop, and they bonded over like a Sid comment,
So
like.
I can't believe I didn't even know what the name of that character was, William. I can't believe that you did.
Oh, hey, you just dismissed it because his eyes are too far apart. I can't help that you hate like that. Okay. Sid is just a normal boy with a flatter nose than most of us have. All right, like that's.
He's a giant sloth. Yeah. um. Oh man. Moving on. Yeah, they go. I did read a review of someone, or watched a review where somebody said, we got these plucky kids. That only means it's a matter of time before they become the Power Rangers.
You know what? They would have watched the Power Rangers and they
Hmm.
would have thought it was cool, which is probably
Oh,
why it wasn't part of their
absolutely.
curriculum as they are aged into adult robot bodies.
Right.
No,
I do. Or
go ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good.
I do want to give a shout out to my favorite character so far, which is kind of their shepherd, which is the uh, the robot of the series so far, a blonde haired, bleached eyebrowed Timothy Oliphant. He is
Kiersk,
Kirsk. Yes,
Kiersk.
yes. His performance is incredible. Um,
Fantastic.
like not menacing, but also menacing in weird and odd ways. Great. Just my favorite character so far. I'm so excited to see where that goes. Um, I love the fact that all of the kids and him can be around the alien eggs, and they don't
Hmm.
do anything because they're not people.
Yeah.
Seeing him be like, "Oh, don't get too close. You won't like it if you get too close." Like it's 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 just good. Um, I don't know if I know that you guys said that you also had characters that you enjoyed. What were some characters that you guys are really bonding with?
Go ahead, Tom.
um, well, okay. I just want to go back to I really enjoy Timothy Oliphant's character as well.
Mhm.
But do you buy into this move or this film franchise being connected to Blade Runner at all?
I'm so glad that you brought that up because for a long time that has been I'd say like a fan theory
Hmm.
that the first Alien belongs in the same universe as uh, Blade Runner.
Hmm.
Something that I don't feel holds true for the rest of those movies, because the rest of those movies feel very separate from Blade
Yeah.
Runner. I think you could. I think it. No, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because if they are in the same universe, Blade Runner is far in the future from where we are now. Because
Hmm.
where we are now, these robots are everywhere. We haven't started hunting them down and destroying them, right? The
Hmm.
replicants. Um, there's no need to do that yet. And in terms of this show, I don't know if this society would ever get to the point where they would all turn against their AI
Okay.
companions. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only reason why I ask is that Timothy Oliphant's character has a striking resemblance to Roy Batty, um,
Mm.
Rutger Hauer's character in Blade Runner.
And
They have the same bleached white hair.
yes,
Um, could he be a Nexus 6 model? I don't know,
you
but
know,
he
I'll
could
say
be.
this: as a fan of Fargo, the TV show that Noah Hawley also created,
Hmm.
um, he likes putting things in those TV shows from the entire uh, canon of Coen Brothers films.
Hmm.
Like in every season, there's a little bit of all of their filmography in each season. And I think he's doing the same thing. This is why I like it so much, is because literally it feels like Fargo a little bit. He's pulling things from every single um, movie that creator Ridley Scott did, and so I
Hmm.
think it's a throwback, and I definitely think it's meant to make you think about that. But I don't think there's confirmation. I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be
Yeah.
fine, but I don't think that if we're hunting down AIs, that means that the alien hasn't made it to Earth, or because let's be honest, the second alien makes it to Earth, it's all over, right? Like, thank God they're flying. Like in the last episode that the three of us saw, they were flying to an island, which means that the alien is contained, or so we think, right?
Yeah.
So, right, there's always room. Like, there's always an egg that is missed, right?
Oh,
So,
yeah.
so, but yeah, I think there's room for both in the same universe, but I
Hmm.
think it's the same universe, not planet.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, you earlier asked me which ones resonated with me, and then we went off on a tangent.
Okay.
But no, I do like that character for sure as well. He has this just kind of like world weary kind of like Jesus Christ, this is happening to me kind of vibe,
Yeah.
which
Yes.
it really resonates with me.
He has a I'm constantly disappointed in your bullshit stamped
Yes,
on his face, and it could
yes,
never be removed.
and I love that.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
Um, Go ahead,
What do
Will.
we
no,
what do
I,
we think of? Oh, yeah. Go ahead, William. Go
my
ahead.
my favorite moment with Kursk is when he's with the kids and he goes, uh, "Don't act like animals. You're not."
That's right.
Hmm.
Just clean
Yes.
and simple. Like the sentence stopped before I was expecting. I thought I was going to say you're not something, but no. Like he used only exactly how many words he meant to use, and I appreciated that.
I love that. The fact that he's like, you're not meat anymore. You don't
Yeah,
get
Hmm.
hurt. Like, oh god, it's awesome. And it's chilling too, because these kids are still trying to get used to the fact that, like, they're not human anymore. And so they don't have to act human, but in so doing, like, how are they supposed to act? Because they are still just kids.
Right? Like,
yeah,
this is a new project for them. So, like,
Yeah,
who is he to say how they're supposed to act?
exactly.
It's stated in the first episode that, they don't have feelings anymore because they don't have, like, serotonin and dopamine and, estrogen and testosterone anymore.
Yeah.
They're just simulated.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's I hadn't thought about that. Like it, in the creation of a system like that, would you simulate it digitally or synthetically with some kind of liquid? You know what I mean?
Well, and this
Mm.
is why it lends to my theory that they just copied these kids' consciousnesses
Hmm.
and didn't actually transfer.
What's the difference? I think it's just kind of splitting hairs at one point because I mean, their consciousness does transfer over to. I mean, it goes over to the new body.
Hmm.
Um, Whether it's
I
copying it or not, it's
I would,
arbitrary because the kid's gonna die anyway, so might as well pass on.
but that's
To be
just it, right?
honest.
That's how they can get away with it because they're literally like they're literally kidnapping dying children.
They're
Like,
not
that is what they're
kidnapping.
doing.
No,
Yes,
no,
they
no,
are. They're
no,
paying.
no, no. That
Yes,
no. The
yes.
girl. Listen, listen. I know that it's hard for you to accept, but the girl, whatever her name is,
Yeah, Wendy.
Wendy. Yeah, Wendy clearly goes over with her brother how her boss negotiated with their father to ensure her treatment and the plan to tell her brother that she died. Like it's all
I am
fully curated.
I am going to tell you that she tells the brother what she was told, not what actually happened. Because we haven't seen what actually happened, right?
I
Okay,
mean,
no,
I
we
think they
haven't.
just kind of glazed over it in the story, but I don't think these kids were abducted or anything.
But
I mean,
this
They are
isn't the
willing
plot of Halo.
participants.
no,
Yeah.
but well, we're going to get into the ethics of that, right? Like, they're kids, right? They don't have the, wherewithal to agree to this. This company bought the children from
Mhm.
their parents, right? They paid money for children, which means that's human trafficking. All right,
Oh,
that's one.
okay, no, you're not going to go from kidnapping to human trafficking. Those are different things. Okay, they're the closely side. Like there's two crimes here. All right, like
All right, fine. It's human trafficking.
okay, yeah, I'll
They,
accept that.
all right. And then they murder the children before they die.
I don't know. I'm kind of with Tom on
No,
this
no,
one.
no, I don't know. They did.
Murder or euthanize? I think that's again splitting the same
Yeah,
hair.
You know,
Um,
So all of this to say, what do you guys think of our trillionaire overlord that we're following?
oh man. Okay, this little shit. Oh my god. He walks around like he is, a god. Uh,
Mhm.
and he's oh my god, that conversation he had with what is it his assistant?
It's like
Um,
some scientist or yeah,
yeah,
where
and he's like, I just can't wait to have a real conversation with somebody on my
God.
level
yep.
as he's talking to her, and it's just wild, the
Yeah,
arrogance that he has.
I
Um,
can't wait for a for a face hugger to face fuck him.
oh,
No, go ahead,
oof.
Tom. Like, oh no, I wanted to nail the one thing. I actually said this in Discord last night. One thing that they got absolutely right. This is that character. I don't even remember his name. As the head of Prodigy, youngest trillionaire ever.
Hmm.
What they did in the creation of his character is that they nailed exactly 100% what their target audience thinks
Yes.
an autistic kid looks like when they grow up into money. That's what that character is. No one in the target audience had any mistake of what that person was as soon as he came on screen. You could have played it like with no sound at all and just had somebody look at the image and they nailed it. Like you know exactly what he is by look, and then they tell you about him and you're not surprised about that insidious little shit.
No. But I would also say they nailed like that's a conversation that like Zuckerberg has, right? Behind closed doors when he thinks, his Alexa isn't listening. And granted, Siri, I'm sorry, when he doesn't think Siri is listening, right? You know, I
Yeah.
want to have a conversation with someone who's smarter than I am, right? Like real
Yeah.
megalomaniacal like
Oh.
bullshit.
Said to one of the smartest people on the planet. Like, yeah, no doubt that he's paying her because he believes that she is the most qualified ever in that field. If he thought anyone would be better at that job, he'd be paying them. Like
Yep.
money's no object. So he's
Yeah.
talking to the only person he would trust doing that. Like, man, talking to you is boring and you're stupid.
I
Uh,
also want to take a second and just do a very quick thought exercise. $1 trillion is unthinkable to me.
yeah, a trillion
Like,
anything is not really measurable by your brain.
no, no. And a billion is like almost, like, I can almost comprehend $1 billion. Like, I know how to spend $1 billion, right?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, you could spend $1 billion, I think.
It's
yeah,
fairly easy to do nowadays.
but I know, just go to the grocery store and you're halfway there.
Got my
Um,
bananas.
yeah. um, but $1 trillion to me is unthinkable. I don't I don't know. That's uncomprehendable to me.
I mean,
Uncomprehensible.
there's only like $70 trillion in like the world economy. Like
Right.
it's not a lot. Like one person in 10 billion by that time or whatever the number is, like
Yeah.
has that much. Like it's wild.
That's just incredible.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the show isn't subtle in its themes. I would
No,
say
it's
right
not.
now.
No.
Uh, Tom, what was your favorite character?
My favorite character, um, that's kind of a toss up right now. I think it's still too early to tell.
Mm,
Um, I really do enjoy Wendy and her adventurous attitude, and her drive to save her brother
mm.
really was kind of admirable. Even if I was in a super strong, agile body, I don't know if I'd, be up to the challenge,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah.
Um, but that's why I'm not the main character of a show. But
It's just a synthetic body that's floating. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to look through the list of characters, which I have pulled up right now.
Yeah.
But Timothy Oliphant, he is fantastic. Love him. Wendy, Boy Cavalier's assistant, Dame Sylvia. I
Hmm.
think she's a fascinating character. I think she's the one that's going to kill the king, basically, and
Oh.
devise a way to kill Boy Cavalier
Yeah.
as a bit of revenge on just the huge insult that he has put upon her. Like, um, I really like Smee, one
Yeah.
of the Lost Boys.
Yeah.
I think he plays the innocence so well. The
Hmm.
innocence of a child, and the naivety of a
Yeah.
child
All
very
of
well.
all of the kids, or they're not kids, but all of the actors who are portraying these kids in adult bodies, I haven't
Hmm.
seen any weak performance within them. And
No, they're all
having done
solid.
children's theater, that's hard to do. Okay,
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
an adult playing a kid, because they're also earnest. Um, yeah, Smee is great. I love the banter between all of them. Like
Yeah.
all of their personalities shine through.
Hmm.
It's just really good. Keep going, Tom.
Um, those are my top characters, I'd say. I really like those guys. Um, but we haven't talked about the xenomorph itself.
No,
Like,
not at all.
let's talk about it a little bit.
Yeah.
It as a not as a character, but as a force of nature,
Hmm.
basically in the show. It is still as menacing as it ever was.
Yeah.
In the originals. I think they did a really great job with the actual creation of their version of the xenomorph. In every rendition, they always have to make a new xenomorph and make it their own.
Yep.
Sometimes the
Yeah.
jaw is a little bit bigger, sometimes the dome is a little bit more see-through than the other versions.
Hmm.
But this one had more of an angular face. It's kind of a flat face on the front, and then moves off to the side in not
Yeah.
such an oval kind of
Hmm.
shape. I really like it though. I think it's great. It's one thing that always bugs some people is the fact that people don't close their mouths when like blood splatters, or like in this case, KY jelly drips down from the xenomorph's drooly face,
Yes.
right into the guy's mouth. That was so upsetting. I think that happened in the last episode.
Yeah, it was gross.
Um, oh, so gross. I don't know why people put up with this. It's such a trope in movies. It could be Cabin in the Woods, or it could be Chucky or what have you. But
Sure.
they never close their mouths when
That's because they're
something
screaming.
blood just splatters in their face. It's
I
upsetting.
I was really impressed that the show didn't pull its punches in terms of the gore.
Mm-hmm.
I was nervous about that. Just it being and I knew it was FX, right? Which is more, I, I don't know if they're calling it premium television, but I was just expecting, like, this is meant for a smaller screen, right? But
Yeah.
man, it's, I would say, cinematic quality. Like, I could see myself watching this on a TV screen, or
Mm-hmm.
on a movie theater screen,
Oh
and
yeah,
Oh
for
yeah,
still
sure.
being
absolutely.
impressed with the quality of it. And I would even say that about Fargo, the TV show. Um, yeah, just a top notch production, and it also crosses over into the creature effects. Um, I only There's only one moment, and it's in the very first episode so far, that I am like, I don't know if the alien would do that. And it was when the alien is backing up
Oh
into
yeah.
Somebody, have you seen the TikTok or the whatever of it backing up and they play the beep beep sound? It's dude, I giggled. I giggled so hard. I was like, this isn't real. And then I
Okay,
watched it happen. I was like, oh
that was a
no.
little hokey, but
Yeah,
at the
just a
same
little
time,
bit.
like that's a lot of head to pass by a small window.
Yes. Yes, it is.
And because I don't think we've ever seen the alien move backwards before.
I don't think
Yeah,
they're
no,
made
not
that
like
way.
that. No.
Yeah,
No.
they because there's such a forward momentum, but this was literally almost like the alien did a double take at the window.
Dude, it felt like a double take.
Yeah.
No, it just took so long. I really feel like they could have cut 4 seconds out of the middle of that, and they would have
Yeah.
achieved terror. Like it had to be on purpose. They wanted us to giggle at it. No.
But also like this also begs the question: does the thing have eyes in the back of its dome? Because it was so far past the window.
It's like a hammer, like Sid. Okay, are we referencing Sid again? As Damien noted,
It all
justice
ties
for Sid.
together.
Like, no, I love this xenomorph. I feel like it has eye holes. Whenever it's given a close up of the side of its head, like you get a really good look at it in profile. I feel like it's wearing like a leather eye band over like black eyes that are just like all the way around the front of its head. I don't think that's the case, but like it looked like that to me because I wanted to believe it had some type of visual receptor. And it's just I absolutely think it's great. The part where it actually no, I don't have anything to disagree with about the alien. And it kind of it did take a little nap.
Yes.
I thought that was a little bit it seemed too easy, so I just assumed that the mild electric shock that it received, it was like, oh, okay, they're trying to do whatever. Well, they're gonna take me somewhere where I can make them the victim, so I'm gonna play along. That's what I feel like happened.
Mhm.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, I'm along for the ride, man. Like, and I am so interested to see what these other critters can do. Like, what happens? What is the plant thing? What is the final form of these giant ticks? Like, what do they do with that blood? Right?
Mhm.
Like, and what did they give the people who died? Like, I don't think they're going to go into that because now we're on the island and I think we're just going to stay there because otherwise it breaks all kinds of continuity. Again, don't think about the other movies when you watch this show. Just go along for the ride. That's all. It's all vibes. It's all vibes.
It's all vibes all the way down.
But it's I'm loving it, and it is honestly like the show that I'm looking forward to most during the week.
No, I'm really looking forward to the next episode. Honestly, I'm enjoying Alien Earth, and I'm excited about it. I'm hoping that, like, man, it's one of those tough things. Like, at some point, this little journey that we're on with Alien Earth is going to end.
Yeah.
And I
Don't
hope.
say that.
I know. We don't want that to be, but sometimes you don't think it be, but it do. And
No, I'd rather it end sooner than later, so they don't like just.
yeah, I don't want them to. I don't want.
They don't.
Yes.
I don't want them to just run out
Yeah.
of content and just jump every shark that they can find.
Yeah, dude. They'll
No.
if you give them long enough, they'll fuck it up. I hope that it's 8 episodes long. I think that was what they ordered. I hope they tell a complete story in 8 episodes and either make it, hey, we already know we have 2 more seasons coming, so here's a seasonal cliffhanger, or just leave a little tidbit that we pick up with referentially in the next series. You know what I mean? Like we talk about what happened, but we're not necessarily tied directly to it. Tell another amazing story.
So it is only 8 episodes. So we're halfway through the season right now because the 4th episode is airing this evening. There's so much to explore in this universe. Like there's so much to explore, and the time frame is, it's all over the place. I am intrigued at the fact that this is happening basically concurrently to Ellen Ripley is alive right now. She's
Yeah.
in space at this
She's
point in
hanging out
time
in
in the
space
show.
right now.
Yeah, she's in cryosleep most likely,
Hmm.
being a space trucker. Um, it's nice to see that we can have an alien, an honest to God, because the Covenant movies, the Prometheus movies, are fun, but they have like a I don't know. They have a purpose that is kind of outside of what we love as the alien movies, right? Their purpose is to expand on the lore, I would say, to expand on the charity of the gods theory, right? That
Hmm.
humanity was placed on Earth by aliens. How else can you explain the pyramids, right? So,
Yeah.
um, but this one, and I talked about at the very beginning, this one is hardcore science fiction. It is all about humanity and what we do in the presence of the unknown, both the unknown from a human form and the unknown from elsewhere. And that is true like cosmic horror. Tied in with this idea of living forever, immortality, right? It's all in. It's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
We've got about 10 minutes left before we got to wrap things up. So we want to start getting down to favorite moments there. Tom, you want to start us off?
Favorite moments from the show. I think for me, and this might be stretching your question to the limit, but I think my favorite part of the show is that it does retcon Prometheus and Covenant
Yeah.
out of canon.
Yes, it does.
Um,
Yeah.
David did not create the aliens. He did not engineer them. Uh, he is not God.
Mhm.
These things were found out in space and brought back, not probably not just from LV-426, where they find the derelict ship in the first movie, but possibly on other planets as
Mhm.
well. Um, it's hard for me to believe that uh, they're the ones that set up the beacon on that ship that was a warning. It would not have been that hard to decipher if it was from human origins.
Yeah.
Um, but other parts of the show that I really enjoy um, are the interactions in between humans and synthetics. It always has been. It's always fascinated me. Um, the the drive and the want for an artificial person to be more human. Um, that's a big driving force. What leads me to really enjoy not just the alien in Aliens, but the world that they build with these synthetic humans. I really enjoy that dichotomy between humans and artificial persons.
Yeah.
Um,
Go ahead.
but if you're talking about like specific scenes, um, mm, it's hard to peg down just like one or two, honestly, for me. What about y'all's? Maybe another one will come to me.
Yeah. Will?
Yeah. So one thing that I really, it was pointed out in a review, um, but after I saw it, I couldn't not pay attention to it. It's a very weird, it's a very small aesthetic thing. When they are talking to each other via comms, it is the most clear comm talk that I've ever heard, because it just sounds like they're just right next to each other. There's no
Mhm.
static, there's nothing. It is just clearer voice than what you're hearing, like characters who are standing next to each other, which makes sense. They're robots. Like, yes, that it makes sense. And it's such an easy aesthetic choice because it sounds artificial in its
Mhm.
clarity, which is so cool. I also love, like, for the first time in the Alien universe, I don't I don't count Alien versus Predator Requiem or Alien versus Predator, but for the first time in the Alien universe, we have songs with lyrics at
Oh
the
my
end of
god.
every episode.
Well, if I can jump in here really quick,
Yeah.
Yes.
at the end of the second episode, one of my favorite Tool songs starts playing,
Yes.
and I have this moment where I'm like, "Oh my god, did my phone start playing music? Like, is that me? Oh no, that's the fucking show! Yes,
Yeah.
yes."
No, at the end of episode 3, when wherever I may roam starts playing,
Hmm.
I was like, two things happened. One, I didn't feel like it fit the scene at all, but I was glad that it was playing. And two, I was like, fucking, I'm being targeted, but I love it. Um, like, so no, no, yeah, it's fantastic.
Nice.
Yeah,
And
no, that was a big tonal switch for sure.
Yeah.
for sure. But my favorite scene is actually when we have the kid trillionaire talking to Utani
Hmm.
on his iPad, and he's holding it up with his feet,
Yes.
which informs everything you need to know about his character.
Yeah.
About the fact that he does not take seriously people who view themselves as important. He
Not one
doesn't
bit.
view authority at all, because at that point, when you're that rich, what is authority? The whims of a child.
Hmm.
It's yeah. So I just love, and what a great choice by that actor. Like, I had not seen anyone do that, so it was just very cool and new and interesting. So that's my
Hmm.
favorite moment. What about you, William?
I do think that my favorite scene is when the Morrow, I think is his name, the cyborg, the hunter.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you can tell that he's regretfully jumping down to hide in the little like coffin thing under the ship. Like
Hmm.
like I when I first watched it, I was like, well, that's the bad guy.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, I got the same intuitions of like a 5-year-old, but when I was looking at him, I didn't expect him to jump down and hide in a coffin in that part. And and for me, I was like, he was doing it regretfully. I was like, okay. And then as you learn more and more about Mara as the series goes, it's just great. So like that moment like still stands out in my brain. I'm like, what the like? He's just hiding. Like this isn't a guy that like that's what I think that's what brought me into it.
I
So that's my favorite
love
scene right now.
Yeah, I love when Mara was on the phone with Utani, and she's like, "Come home," and he goes, "Everyone I know is dead. They died when I was in space. I
Yeah.
have no home." Like,
Yeah.
okay, dude, go do your nom. You're good.
Yeah. I bet Utani does not hear a direct no very often.
No, bet not.
Yeah. Well, and also, like, he says, he gives a name, and she goes, "That was my grandmother."
Yeah.
So do your nom.
To your, I hope. Can we attach that to your Twitter profile and just make sure that everyone knows you want people to go out there and do their nom. Um,
uh, yeah, excellent TV show. I cannot wait to keep watching. So
yeah.
I'm probably gonna do that after I do bedtime with my son.
I am definitely looking forward to watching more of it and highly recommend anyone out there. Hey, sit down and watch Alien Earth. Super good. Definitely
Yeah,
do that. I think we'll probably at a minimum we'll have a conversation about it again at the end. I
yeah.
don't know if we want to make a broadcast out of it. We certainly could. I don't know if Tom would want to come back later, but we'll see. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Man.
I'll either be singing its praise or just tearing at a new one. We'll see how the series goes, but right now it's looking very positive.
Yeah.
Um, I don't think this is going to be another Prometheus for me, which
No.
I don't know if I stated it on this show or not, but when I left the theater, the only thing I had to say to the person I went with was, "The fuck did we just watch?"
Yeah, I was disappointed by it because I felt like it didn't go far enough into what
Hmm.
I wanted it to be. And I think that was the biggest issue with Prometheus, right? Was that everyone wanted it to be something that Ridley Scott didn't want to do.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Um, he wanted to tell a new story,
Hmm.
and have it loosely based on his old stuff, but
Yeah. Yeah. And ultimately, because Prometheus exists, that means that we don't get Guillermo del Toro's At the Mountains of Madness. He has said this much, which is a
really,
big bummer because I would much rather have Guillermo del Toro's At the Mountains of Madness.
All right. Well, I wanted to be the first to say thank you, Tom. We appreciate you
Yes,
coming back. Always a joy to have you. Thank you, sir.
yeah. Thank you very much for having me. It was a lot of fun, and yeah,
always a pleasure, man. This was fun. We'll definitely be doing it again.
All right. I just want to take a moment. Thank you, anyone still listening. I appreciate you joining us. We are still trying to refine ourselves on YouTube. So definitely likes, comments, and subscribes, and all the things that everyone says at the end of those videos. If you subscribe to enough people, those things actually do help us out and do move us toward recommendations. I'm going to start throwing in some SEO things on our titles and learn how to get that set up. Also, good night to you too, Damien. Thank you for sticking around. We appreciate it, man. Thank you, sir.
We
Um,
absolutely do.
all right. Well, yeah, sorry. I was saying goodbye to everyone. Do you guys want to offer goodbyes to everyone? Like, sorry.
yeah.
Because I
Thank
was
you,
just going to hang
everybody, for
up.
being here.
Yeah, thanks for coming out. And included in our description should be our email. If you have any questions or you want a question featured in one of our next discussions, definitely send that. We would love to read it on air.
Absolutely.
Otherwise than that, have a good night, guys.
All right. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.
Yeah.
All right.
Good
Peace.
night.